This is Seth again, and I'm here with Seth Green is still with us, the voice of Chris. Chris Sheridan, who wrote this fine episode, and Ron Jones, who composed the music for this as well as many others, and conducted the orchestra. Now, Chris and Ron were nominated for an Emmy for the song in this episode, the big production number.
It's the most exciting night of my life.
I was forced into it.
I carried Ron through most of it.
That's right.
I say, Mother, this hot dog has been on my plate for a full minute and it hasn't yet cut itself.
Honey, I'll be right
That's
there.
from the first draft. That stayed in.
I'll be the one.
Yeah, oftentimes it depends on what kind of time we have, but we when a script comes in, we'll spend some time punching up gags, and usually with Chris's stuff.
Well, not this one.
There was no need.
Of course,
There was
and
no
not
need.
this one was pretty much.
Actually, the original version was shit, goddamn motherfucking son of a bitch, ass, white fuck, bitch, bastard, shit.
Well, we had to cut. It was one too many shits.
We wanted to keep in the sodomizing sequence later on in the show. We had to lose that early on.
Right, it was a trade-off with standards. So, Ron, how many players would you say you used for this? How many musicians?
I think we enlarged the band for this one because of the big production number. We had about 37.
37.
This is a very sexy shot of Lois here. Oh, this is a joke. It's a joke I put in the outline, and I almost didn't put it in because I felt it was too cheap. And then I handed it in, and Seth loved it, and it was the last time I ever second-guessed a cheap joke in one of my scripts.
This was our twist. This is our twist on the. Oftentimes in sitcoms, you'll do the story of the relative, the elderly relative coming to visit the family, and the turn in the second act is that the person dies. And our little twist was that she doesn't even get a word out, and she's dead.
That I think Danny Smith had an Aunt Marguerite. I think that's where the name came from.
Yeah.
I like that you really never see the top of Chris's head. I think even when he goes swimming.
He's got the hat on.
Well, we did see him once in the classroom. Remember?
It looked really weird.
Really weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Just uncomfortable. I use the hat to cover up these uncomfortable horns.
This is
Curse my awkwardness.
You know what's interesting, Ron? For this type of thing, oftentimes, if you listen to the music in the background, it's just some really beautiful stuff that.
The key is that we've always played everything serious, because the comedy comes from the characters and the story, so the music can't be silly too.
Yeah, which worked so well is that the music you guys were writing was always very symphonic and just very, very lush and genuine, and it's so incongruous with the fucking ridiculousness that's going on.
Well, the band would always be very serious during the session, then they'd come back for the playback and they just crack up because they didn't have any idea what we were doing until you see this.
Oh, really? You guys would record it without?
Yeah, they just thought it was serious,
So the band can't see the screen when they're recording the music.
No, or else they crack up the whole time.
You guys, the band sounded
Is that
like
Robin Leach?
Yeah.
sounded like the Academy Awards band here.
Yeah.
Robin Leach did this, right? Didn't he come in for this?
Yes, yeah, it was Robin Leach. Some really nice looking backgrounds in this episode.
Yes.
This was the first time we saw Lois's family. I remember actually we were coming up with a story. We were trying to figure out what Lois's background was. And actually I used the story of my mom, who came from a little bit of money, and my dad, who didn't, to get the idea that Lois's parents might have some cash. And I think it actually added a pretty good background to Lois's
Yeah,
history.
it really we mined it for a lot in later episodes. The big production number. This was based on
Annie.
Annie.
Mm-hmm. Well, this was, when we came up with this, I remember I wanted to just use the song from Annie, and I remember Zuckerman saying, no, if we do a sound-alike, then we can get nominated for an Emmy. I'm like, what are you talking about? Let's just do the song. And he kept fighting. No, we get nominated for an Emmy if we do the sound-alike. I'm like, yeah, whatever, fine.
Is that Dom DeLuise?
Yeah, well, it is, isn't it?
He did a cameo sketch.
Is that Alan M. from Josie and the Pussycats?
That's Eminem. Man.
What I love about this kind of stuff is that it like the orchestra sounds so good, and the chorus that we brought in sounds so good, and that's what I always loved about that "Every Sperm is Sacred" scene from Monty Python: The Meaning of Life, is that you put like the lyrics are just so absurd and just filthy, and yet it's such care is taken to make it a legitimate number otherwise, and it's
Well, it's so wild to have a show that's animated like this, and all of a sudden it breaks into this huge Broadway number. You know, I mean, just outrageous. I used enough notes to last probably 5 years on that one.
that spray can looked like it was from out of 1975.
Glade.
We had a problem with that gun thing. Remember, they didn't want us to have Stewie have a gun in that.
Oh yeah, right.
Of course, we recorded the vocals way early, like a year or so before the animation.
Yeah.
So it's strange to do that too.
Ron, this was probably either the highlight of your career or the worst part of your career.
Well, I can't tell anybody I did it. That's the.
Hey, you and me both.
It's interesting. I think Alex Borstein, obviously who did the voice of Lois, did the voice for all the female members of her entire family as
Sounds
well.
right.
He's so unbelievably versatile.
Yeah. Yeah, all you guys are. I mean.
Nah, most of my voices sound pretty similar.
I don't think Neil Goldman sounds anything like.
I think that'll be.
And who is the guy who always says, "We got a breaking story"?
Oh, the Tom Tucker's assistant?
Yeah.
That's just Jimmy Olsen, though.
Seth
Holy
has been doing my
gosh.
voice for years.
Again, this is an episode where, I mean, all the episodes.
This is a classic. This is my Mike Henry gag.
Now watch how far she goes down. See, she barely goes down.
Originally, she disappears under the screen, right?
And he
he tilts his head back and smiles. That's how it's supposed to be.
We had an issue with the network. They actually came in and we fought over it frame by frame. Like we sat there in the editing bay and we said, can she go down this far? And he goes, well, maybe that far. And it was like one more frame. And he said, nope, can't go down that far.
Well, they're experts. They would know.
They would know how far
They
you have to go
invented
down.
it.
Because they get a lot of blowjobs.
Every day. I've never seen anybody practice that so much.
This is
But it's on
shining.
themselves.
But again, this is where, an episode where music was just so vital, and Ron, your versatility of just being able to write music in any style whatsoever, it just really shines in this show.
Well, in school, I finally realized that music was silly putty and not a bunch of notes, which helps on this show.
See, even somewhat of a straight line like that can get a laugh. That's Seth Green's mouth.
Well, it's because the first couple episodes was literally Chris just saying, "Hey, Dad." I know, Dad. Or just yelling. That was the epiphany. Was when we realized
Just,
that.
the louder you are, the funnier it is.
Yeah.
You could sell morality to a Republican.
Don't you remember that though? When
I can't
we
believe-
first started doing the sessions, and you were like, I think, you know when you did it that one time and you just got really loud. Try this one that way too. And most of my lines just became kind of almost unintelligible yells.
Yeah. How about if you blow up the earth? That's my pathetic Chris impression.
That's pretty spot on though.
Look how hard I look in that fucking... You're so sexy, Dad. You know, in the 1800s, fatness was considered attractive. I don't know when that changed.
There was a Brian Dennehy movie called Belly of an Architect that refers to the rotundness of professionally intelligent people. I always think it looks a little bit like he's storing Quado down there.
Never cared for Brian Dennehy.
Now the network wanted that for the educational part of the requirement. The FCC requires that educational stuff.
Oh, again, coming up, Ron Jones doing a spot-on piece of Star Trek type fight music.
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so fucking superficial.
She's got horns too.
Oh, this is we blended the napkin into
Oh,
the
right.
dancing. That was nice.
My man can write a waltz too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right.
This was a very lush-looking, lush-sounding, just very extravagant episode all around.
It was great doing the flashbacks to Lois and Peter first meeting too.
Yeah.
So do I.
Big.
I found that money really buys a lot of things, happiness included.
Oh, you're definitely happier with money.
It's on sale now.
That's really funny.
Was this just the sound alike, or was that?
That's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to call it that?
No.
Oh,
Technically, there's a
do.
in the style of. I think
Yeah.
is the.
Hey, do we do the urine thing in this? Did that?
I
stay
think
in?
he does. Well, that's a good question.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
Does he? No, I
No,
guess he doesn't.
no.
In the original take, I guess
Hey,
we got to cut it
a
out.
puddle of urine starts forming around his ankles. He just pisses all over himself.
Yeah, this is not a dated reference, is it? Marissa Tomei winning the Best Supporting Actress.
I think it was dated when we wrote it, actually.
Is it Best Supporting Actress or Best Actress?
Supporting.
Yes, that was what I thought.
This featured our rhythm section with Mike Lang and Chuck DeMonico and Steve Schaefer.
Yeah, just a great.
They could just jazz
Great
it.
orchestra.
There's a lot of different sounds in this episode.
This is
Jackie Gleason.
that looks strange because we had to slow it down because it was never timed properly, and we wanted Peter to come down the stairs much slower, so it looks a little.
And he's also a
strobey.
big fan of breakdancing.
That was a tougher cue than any of them on the whole show.
the Honey Jackie Gleason cue.
Yeah, that was a while.
Oh yeah, you nailed it. But in this episode really there's a lot of background music where there's just
Yeah.
some great loungy jazz stuff. Some of it has like the string section and the woodwinds and all kinds of good stuff. Brian shit-faced.
I don't want to mention the names I gave these cues to. They're X-rated.
It's Brian Hammer, and this is like a window into the world to come of him hitting on Lois.
Now wasn't that reference to the Mozart laugh from
Yeah. Amadeus.
whatever the hell it was? Boy, that was pathetic.
I thought Tom Hulse was in here for a second.
God, the British are amusing. I saw British porno once, and it was just
Seth, that's gay porn.
Oh,
okay, that explains it.
And it's not British, they're gay.
Dear me, I seem to have tripped and my penis has fallen into your vagina.
And by vagina, I mean your anus.
It's very strange though, because the sex act was something like, let's see, almost. There we are.
a little higher.
You have a lovely day now.
There's an Austin Powers.
Hey,
reference.
hey, Seth, you were in Austin Powers.
I was?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
We had him more clearly pissing in an earlier thing we had to
Oh,
cover.
great piece of music in the background here. If you
Oh,
if
yeah.
you if you shut us off for a second and listen to it on your DVD remote.
Yeah.
I think the original joke was funnier than that.
What was that?
The original joke was you cut to Ted Turner and he just says, "Does my chin look like an ass?" And
That was funny.
I remember
actually,
you came up to me after I wrote the script and you said, "That Ted Turner joke, that was so funny." I said, "Seth, you pitched that when I was doing the album." You idiot.
Wow.
That was your joke.
I'm
No, I
so
don't-
self-aggrandizing.
I don't
it's
think I
disgusting.
did. That was yours. Seth, you pitched it.
Are you sure, Chris?
It was your joke.
Even though I remember it in my voice, didn't you pitch it? That was very so much depth in that Brian line. He's asking the valet guy to go in and just mention what kind of car he has.
This was a bizarre gag.
The insane horse.
That happens a lot around here.
A lot of talking animals in Family Guy.
They didn't
Still
used to
wearing a
come.
hat.
Peter is doing Reggie Van Gleason III, who was a character that probably no one listening to this will remember, but it's on the Jackie Gleason show, a very Jackie Gleason's real uppity hoity-toity character.
Yeah.
This is us going back and forth on whether adults can hear Stewie or not. This blatantly, actually, he's having a conversation with these three old men.
We never really settled on it either.
We never did.
We just, it just was
It's the beauty of the show. He didn't
We
have to
sorta-
make any sense at all.
yeah, sort of gain more by, well, if it's funny in this scene
Exactly.
for somebody, we just keep it vague.
Kerrywood isn't worth $100 million.
Brian, it's the Historical Society. Look, we just got to convince them that $100 million worth of history happened here.
Note the BC.
Yeah.
That's when
February 15th.
Jesus was here before Christ.
Peter's kind of an idiot. I think this is Craig's joke.
Notice how rich people from the olden days are never smiling in their portraits. Those are the most stern expressions.
They were tough days back then, Seth.
That's because of cholera.
And lupus.
Right.
I like her Casablanca outfit. in
Yeah.
this.
A lot of
Should be a
mood lighting
plane
in
in
this.
the background.
Look at the guy with the neck brace in the picture in the background. What the hell is that?
I think that was a Gormley joke.
That was a
actually.
Gormley joke.
Citizen Kane fireplace.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lovely music. Around
Lovely music.
It's the sweet moment of shit moment.
They didn't actually give me the cue sheet to write that, and I had to fake it at the session. They said, by the way, we forgot a cue.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I had to write that just
On the spot?
yeah before the downbeat.
Wow.
It's hysterical.
Well, that's a weird effect.
I think Lincoln had an erection in that one. I'm not
You
sure.
wrote this on. That's incredible.
I just wrote it and I gave it to the copyist, and he copied the parts, and nobody said anything.
That's right, because all that's important is that I love you.
No, because your ancestors were nothing but a bunch of pimps and whores.
Well,
That was a laugh riot.
that was. That was. You wrote that one, right, Chris?
I did. I've never
Yeah.
seen anything funnier in my life.
Oh God.
Of course, you were trying to be dramatic.
Yeah.
Now this is.
Well, thanks to Seth Green and Ron Jones for joining us.
And thank you, Seth MacFarlane,
Yes.
for creating the show.
Yes.
Anytime.
And thank you, Chris, for writing the
Thanks,
show.
Seth. Anytime.
Yeah.
And thank you, Fox,